Thanks for inviting us in on your Friday night. This COVID pandemic has claimed the lives of 752,000 Americans. Millions of people are still dealing with that grief tonight. In fact, with an interview with the NPR, a CDC epidemiologist estimated that as of last month, 175,000 children lost one or both parents to COVID. Think about that number, 175,000 kids. So in our big story tonight, we want to highlight the stories of the people who help kids deal with that grief every day. Our Emily Longnecker takes us to Brooks Place.
Grief is complicated, and no one has seen that more than the counselors at Brooks Place, an organization that helps kids and young adults process their grief over the death of a loved one.
The need for not only grief support, but mental health support that is grief informed has just really boomed, and we have a wait list right now for therapy services.
The organization has been helping people ages 3 to 29, along with their parent or caregiver, walk through grief since 1999. The pandemic has only increased the need, with many of the young clients dealing with the death of someone they loved because of COVID, often a parent.
It just feels like COVID all week in terms of the families that I have been meeting with for our support group programs, young parents who've died.
Last year, Brooks Place saw the number of families seeking help go down because of COVID. They were only able to offer virtual counseling and support groups from April to September, reopening their doors last October. This year, the need is on the upswing, and COVID is a big factor.
There, are unique factors to having a person die by COVID. It's hard to carry the cultural conversation around COVID, while the reality is my mom died and I saw her die, or my dad died, and I was there with him when he died from COVID, and I watched that.
The message from counselors at Brooks Place: grief is natural and different for everyone, and COVID hasn't changed that.
Supporting children during the grieving process can be really difficult. Not only do they grieve differently than adults, but each child is unique in how they experience it. The National Alliance for Grieving Kids has these tips. Listen and really hear what they're saying to you. Follow their lead. Don't pull. Let them lead the conversation and the process. Validate their feelings. Make sure they know it's okay to feel the way they do. And answer their questions. Don't be afraid to seek out additional resources as you need them.
So many people lost loved ones during this pandemic, and it was made harder by funerals that were either postponed or held virtually. A local church, though, is working to help people process their grief using a simple phrase: ask me their name. Roberts Park United Methodist Church started this campaign during the height of this pandemic. That group believes the problem of unresolved grief is going to be around for a while. Their hope tonight is to get people talking and help them progress through that grieving process.
Ask me their name is trying to give permission to people to say, it's okay, I want to talk about this person. When we are reluctant to do so because we think we're going to hurt their feelings, or it may arouse in them all the hurt again, that's not always the case.
We have more details about Ask Me Your Name, dealing with loss during the pandemic, and Brooks Place. You'll find it all tonight on WTHR.com.